Hey everyone. So I am so sorry about the long period of no consistency with the videos. I'm sure I'll have a separate video about that. But today we are actually doing a Lego retrospective of the theme Lego Chima. And I know this seems out of the ordinary because and it's like, where is this coming out of nowhere? And well, it's about time that I told you guys. I am a huge fan of Lego, and I could go on for hours and hours about how much I love Lego. I actually have my own Lego collection of multiple different themes, um, mostly Jurassic World, but that will be another day where we'll talk about that. But today we are here to talk about a specific theme, that being Chima. And today I have with me my friend Ryan. All right, but yeah, Lego Chima sets though, those have got to be my favorite parts. I've actually been recently collecting Lego Chima again for my collection. It's one of the few Lego themes that I actually was interested in as a kid, and at this point in my life, I just kind of feel like a Lego adult, but like a child mindset because I just love Lego that much sometimes. What about
Yep,
you, though?
sounds like you.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely, definitely me. But what about you, Ryan? What's your opinion of the sets?
I think Lego Chima's pretty fun, and I really liked how the minifades had the little power chi thingy that they'd wear that would power their weapons.
So inclusivity from the show to the
Yes, and it
sets.
was really fun and just looked cool. And I like putting them on other Lego minifades too. And I liked how their swords looked like lightsabers, but different, with a little like power thing that went in the middle.
Right, right.
And just the weapons are very cool.
Yes.
And the sets were engaging with the racers, like you'd actually had a target, or you'd jump over like fire. And this was really fun. And then they even had the Shima targets, so I never figured out how to play.
Yeah, I think that actually had to do something with the speedors
But
themselves, and
the
but I
yeah,
never figured out how the cards were exactly involved because I just didn't care. I just cared who could beat the other person in the competition or whoever
yes.
fast
And the
was.
blue racers, they came with like the little chi bits, which looked really cool.
Oh yeah, those are. I'm not sure if those are still exclusive to Chima, but somebody in the comments can actually correct me if I'm wrong. But those are, as far as I know, exclusive to Chima. But yeah, they were still really cool pieces nonetheless. They're really unique, really cool. Good decoration, good detail. You know.
And who could forget the fire and ice when things got even more exciting?
Yeah, I mean, fire and ice. Who would have thought that coming? Although I will admit, the idea of bringing saber-toothed tigers and woolly mammoths and well, I don't
And the
understand.
gorillas too. Don't forget the gorillas.
Well, the gorillas were part of the first season.
Oh yes. I never watched this show much actually,
Oh,
so that's why I don't know all of this stuff.
oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, well, in that case, I
I just
guess
love the sets.
the sets are really cool. I wanted a lot of them as a kid. One of them being actually the one you're looking at here. This saber tooth walker or something. What is it? Surfanger's saber, but um, Surfanger's saber tooth something. And it was one of those sets I really wanted because I was obsessed with the saber tooth tiger as a kid, even before Chima came out. And I thought it was just the superior animal. It could kill tigers. It could kill bears. It could kill a hippo or an elephant if it had enough, like in a pack. And it was a big deal. And well, I thought it was like the almighty apex predator. And then dinosaurs were a big thing after that.
Oh, and they had the one show at the Lego
Legoland.
Lands.
Legoland. That's
They had
right.
the 4D Lego Chima one. That show is pretty fun.
A friend of mine actually watched that when it was first released, the first night it released
Whoa.
in the theaters in 3D, and I've been so jealous of that because I never watched it. But then again, if he can't remember it, it was probably really forgettable.
The one I remember the best was the Clutch Powers adventure at Legoland.
Clutch Powers is gonna have to be a different conversation, but a good
Yes.
one nonetheless. Um, but yeah,
I also remember the Lego Chima set where they had an eagle had the set with the little birds that went after it.
oh yeah, the Eagle
The Falcon
sets.
is very memorable. And I got that for my birthday.
That's awesome. Do you still have that set?
I do.
That is awesome. That is a good set. I mean, Chima's always usually has one of those really cool sets that aesthetically looks good. Okay, well, it doesn't look great, but aesthetically looks good because it looks like the animal is trying to copy. Like they tried very hard,
Yes.
especially with the set you're looking at here, with the one you're talking about, with the eagle head, the wings. I can see the feet, the tail. It actually looks like a real eagle, and I think that's really cool. And a lot of the sets obviously show that because of the different tribes of the animals, And again, the storytelling of Chima, its original concept of animals gaining consciousness through the power of chi, is just so cool. I mean, and then they made the sets, which made it, it is just, it is one of those themes that the most nostalgic theme for me, because it is actually what sparked my love altogether for Lego. I actually, funny enough, here's a little bit of lore about me. One of the faces behind Straight Facts. I actually hated Lego before I got into it.
You did? You never told me that.
Yeah, I actually did. Here's a little bit. I'll try to keep this short, but story time here. I hated Lego, and my brother loved it, and he got into Chima, and we both watched it, and we both liked it. But I didn't like that the Legos always got everywhere, and I'd step on them. And, oh, that's reasonable because they do hurt. But I it was irrational in my opinion. Now that I'm looking at it from this perspective, and then I tried it. I building it. I'm like, it just takes so long, so I didn't really like it. But I still kept it in mind. And I tried it with Shima, and it was just so cool. And the Legend Beast came out, and I wanted every one. Which, by the way, I still am missing a Wolf Legend Beast, which I need to get. But anyway, um, and it sparked my love for Lego. And even before I even watched Chima, I actually watched the original Ninjago, and I was there for ever since
Yes, the
2011 when it first
Ninjago and
started.
the Ninja Spin and Jump.
Yeah, but well, that's again. I can't believe I'm saying this again in the same video. But oh, actually, hold on, go back for a second. That set of Chima, I have that set. It's called Equila's Ultra Striker. It is a tank on the ground for the eagles, who are flying birds. So it was a very different set, and my brother really loved it, and he asked for it for Christmas and his birthday, and he got it a long time ago. And well, obviously he didn't care about it when he grew up, so he gave it to me as I was collecting Lego at that point, and it's mine, and it's awesome. I mean, it's so cool. I love the function of almost every single um of every single of every single ultra. Well, I don't know. I don't know why I said ultra. Of every single eagle vehicle, they would usually have the head just splitting off from the rest of the vehicle as like an escape pod. That was their big function, and then they would have other functions too. But that was the big one for the eagles, and it was just so cool. I remember seeing that
Yep.
in that Ultra Striker tank that they had. That was really cool. I'll go through each and every aspect of Chima in general. We'll try to run through it really quickly so that we can do this together. Let's start with the show. I know that you haven't watched it, so I'll give my opinion, and then we can move on to the sets, and then we can both talk about that. So the show was actually really good in terms of like a kid's eyes, and I think that it definitely showed a lot of friendships, and it showed some realities of it, and some really important life lessons in kids shows that I just feel aren't in place today of normal shows, and while also keeping it kid friendly. We don't have to have swear words in kids shows, and we
Nope.
don't have to include adult talk like this, that, or gender this, or politics that. Like, we don't need to keep that in there.
Lego Chima is just made for fun, which made it really fun.
Yes, it was made for fun, and well, to be honest, it was made for money. But
Yeah, definitely for money, but
but still, it gave us it gave me some life lessons as a kid that I'm definitely gonna be remembering for all my life, and it's very nostalgic for me.
especially I remember reading the Lego Magazine comic, which was for like the movie or show series where the crocodiles and like tigers joined forces, and I was like, wow, they could work together to figure out where the she's disappearing to. That was a very nice story that I remember well.
Yeah, a lot of the shows they just showed teamwork, friendship, apologies sometimes, and other things too, like asking. Something I never learned until much later in life. I didn't learn a lesson from there in Chima, but uh, yeah, the show was pretty good. I'd give it from a kid's perspective, like a 7.5. It's very good for children. From obviously an adult perspective, the voice acting was not great. The story was pretty good, but it was kind of getting out of whack with random fire versus ice. Had no hints of that whatsoever of the Phoenix in anything of the first two seasons. Um, yeah, but From adult perspective, it's like a 5. But
Yeah, unfortunately, Chima is gone. I really hope this series will come back. The Speed Doors, hopefully.
um, but the Lego sets though, the Lego sets are really cool. Absolutely, I think they're the coolest part, to be honest. I know it might be controversial to some Chima fans of like, no, the show is the best, or I'm not super familiar with the fandom of Chima, Lego Chima, but um, man, I really loved getting the sets. The sets looked cool, the sets were cool, and some of them were expensive, like the Lion Chi Temple and the Phoenix Temple, which are adult sets. Well, okay, they're not adult sets, but they're adult money for sets. Anyway, what did you think of the sets though? Since you had
I think
experience
the
in that.
sets are very fun and engaging, which look nice. I really like the mechanics of the speed racers and just how like the sets look like an animal and it's an animal in it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It was very consistent with the show and very consistent with any other forms of media. Speaking of other forms of media, I actually did not play any of the games, but you did. So tell us about
Yes,
the
the Lego
games.
Chima and the Lava's Journey. I played through like, the first round. It took like 2 hours, kind of,
Oh wow.
but it had a lot of fun stuff like playing a 3DS in 3D. It comes with a later minifeature, but I got it new, so I didn't get it. And you can like jump and run and slide under like obstacles, and it follows a rich storyline for the later games, which is fun. And I like how it's not grinding based like the Lego Dreams, which is I think it was that one or one other one that's really negative. Where they make you play the same level over and over again just to unlock more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was it consistent with the storyline of the TV show or the sets or
What? I think it's the storyline of the show, but they also had some set appearances, which made it fun.
that is really cool. That is I love that when Lego games actually give like set consistencies so that, when the kids are trying to find the set or the snake that appears in Harry Potter and they can't find it because it doesn't exist. And it turns out the one that does exist looks like cursed. Because this is from the early 2000s. But anyway, so yeah, according to my friend Ryan here, uh, those games must have been really great and a lot of fun to do as a kid.
I only played it once actually, but it was fun.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Probably a 7 out of 10 based on what I've seen. It's pretty good.
Wow.
Did you like the Lego Star Wars games the best? Those ones are really fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Lego Dimensions is really fun. It's really hilarious, the storyline.
Yeah. Lego
They do
Dimensions.
make you buy the little toys, but you don't need to buy all of them to play. You just need the like 3 main ones. So I did that one like 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Man, oh man. There's gonna be a lot of Lego retrospective videos. So many, because there's so many Lego universes. Luckily, most of them are captured
Yes.
into the
Like
Ninjago
a
timeline,
review
but
on Galaxy Squad that we need to do.
yeah. That's actually a pretty good one. Yeah, there's a few sets that you have, and yeah, I need to get familiar with the lore though. But yeah, so we covered the sets, we covered the TV show, we even covered the game. Overall, as an entire theme of Lego, it was very good. I liked it a lot. It's very, again, I already said this, but it's very, very nostalgic for me.
Detail. Unfortunately, it's like discontinued now, but hopefully it'll come back one day.
Yeah, I mean,
We could potentially see in the future them making like speeders, but Lego often doesn't do that. But we have seen some reamping in Ninjago.
that's true. The Ninjago Legacy is very nice. But I know there's people that are in the Bionicle place that it's like, oh yeah, yeah, let's get it going. They're trying very, very hard to their credit, which we'll talk about Bionicle possibly next time. But because that is a rabbit
We
hole. That
have
is,
seen Lord of the Rings come back with giant sets for people who have money.
yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Bionicle, crazy, wild lore that I did not know about. Anyway, but we're gonna have to do like 2 videos of that because that's wild. But again, back to Chima. Chima is a great theme and it has an amazing story and really cool sets, although it has its faults of like some bad building things that just kind of fell apart really easily. But then again, it was like 2013 and 2015, so it wasn't great, but it was pretty good. So yeah, that is me and my friend Ryan's, or overall, just I guess from the view of straight facts, that being me, straight facts' view or retrospect of the Lego theme Chima. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's really cool to talk about these kinds of things and post it on the channel.
Don't forget
So,
to comment, like, and subscribe, and drop a comment about Lego Chima.
and yeah, if you guys are interested in another theme that you want me to do next, or if you guys just say, hey, we don't like this kind of thing, please let me know. I would really love for you guys to address me more and tell me things you want to see in the channel, because I will definitely respond and actually take heed to that. And that's straight facts. I'll see you guys on the next one.